Hello， 大家好，欢迎收看《熟女 JoJo》。近期因为疫情的关系，大家可能都会觉得心情比较紧绷一些，或者甚至有一些观众，也许因为工作的调动，会觉得手上时间好像变多了。所以这一集就是希望能够带给大家一些欢乐，同时也希望或许能够激励觉得自己手上时间变多的朋友们，好好把握这些时间来加强英文或者学习任何新技能。那这一集我们到底要做什么呢？就是JoJo要带大家去参加自己曾经在纽西兰创办过的 Toastmasters 国际演讲会，去听一场很好笑的关于情趣用品的即兴演讲，也就是 Impromptu Speeches。但在开始之前，JoJo必须先跟大家讲一下背后的一些背景故事。话说，JoJo在台湾读国小3年级的时候，便很幸运的被班上的导师派去参加学校的故事演讲比赛。记得当初JoJo好像讲了一个关于3只小猪的演讲。那也许是因为JoJo本来自己就故事很多，而且蛮爱讲话的，所以从那之后便发现了自己对讲故事还有公众演讲的兴趣。从那之后一直到国一上学期，在离开台湾去纽西兰之前，JoJo又陆陆续续参加了各式各样的演讲比赛。所以小时候在台湾的JoJo原本是对自己的演说还有沟通能力是蛮有自信的，但这一切在刚移民到纽西兰的时候发生了蛮大的改变的。因为当初最初移民的时候，JoJo的英文程度基本上是差不多就只会 ABC 吧。那时候的国一好像还没有很严格，可能就是会一些基本的 Thank you, How are you， 还有很简单的文法。但是刚到纽西兰的时候，就爸妈就直接把JoJo放进了一般的国中，也没有什么特别去任何的语文学校之类的。当初选的那所国中也并没有什么亚洲人吧。那基本上就是突然一瞬间从好像很像天堂掉到地狱那种感觉，就是原本非常有自信很会讲话，但是一瞬间突然却变得听不懂，也是哑巴，甚至偶尔还会遇到一些种族歧视，被丢苹果啊，或者被抢东西之类，被就是外国小朋友欺负的那些状况。但当初的自己基本上也没有什么自信，也没有那个语言能力去为自己辩护或者说什么，所以蛮凄惨的其实。再加上那个时间刚好是13、14岁嘛，所以其实对一个小女孩而言，是一个心理特质正在建立，那个自信正在发展的时候，所以真的是蛮挫折的。那对于演讲的那个兴趣跟自信，也在那个时候就像是消失的无影无踪吧。那就这样子，就是再也没有接触过公众演讲，直到大2的时候，有一天突然发现，原来学校里面有一个叫做 Toastmasters 的国际演讲协会。那在企业界工作的观众们，可能有些人会知道 Toastmasters 是一个专门训练公众演讲的国际性的非营利组织，在非常多国家都有，包括台湾也有非常非常多的社团。那当JoJo知道 Toastmasters 的时候，真的是很开心，因为好像就突然点燃了那个曾经自己对公众演讲的热忱。
那个小镇没有 Toastmasters Club，
那不知道那个时候是神来根筋不对，什么样的冲动，啾竟然就决定，好，那既然没有，那我自己创办一个好了。那有创办过任何的社团的观众们可能都会知道，创办社团真的是一件非常非常累的事情，但是很感谢的遇到了很多贵人，真的就在那个小镇里把这样子的一个演讲 Toastmasters Club 建立起来了。那啾接下来也当会长了，主办了非常多的演讲会，持续了1年，直到离开了那个城市。那非常意外的是，这次啾回去纽西兰的时候，才发现天啊，这个社团居然还没有倒，而且每2周都还是会进行着聚会，让大家有演讲的练习机会。那因为当初啾自己还在的时候的2位长老，目前也还在帮忙着这个社团，所以透过他们啾就有了机会回去参加了一次这个自己曾经创办的 Toastmasters 的演讲会。那每一场 Toastmasters 的演讲会都会有一个很固定的模式，就是一定会有一个开场，然后可能2-3个预先准备好的演讲，再来会有一个即兴演讲的时段，接下来会有各个评审，大概是像这样子。那因为啾真的是很怀念参加这个演讲会，所以便要求了自己可不可以当那个即兴演讲的负责人。但心怀不轨的啾便决定了自己负责的这个即兴演讲主题要把它弄得跟情趣用品有关，因为就觉得很好玩嘛而且自己是开国元老，总要耍点宝吧。但啾其实原本是蛮担心这个主题会不合宜的，毕竟怎么样，这个还是一个比较专业的场合嘛，所以后来有事先问过2位长老，那他们是说，通常其实在这个 Toastmasters 演讲会里，都会尽量去避免一些比较敏感的话题，像是宗教啊或者性啊，但他们也觉得可能会很好玩，所以就勉为其难的答应给啾随便乱搞了。所以呢，接下来就要给大家看的就是实际那天晚上啾主持的关于情趣用品的即兴演讲会，还有当地的演讲会会员们看到这些产品有什么反应吧。
Our tabletop master tonight is John. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to entertain us with their tabletop session, John. Welcome, John.
Hello again. This time is a different kind of emotional. And you will soon find out. I'm embarrassed. And don't worry, everyone will get it. To have a go. Alright, so let me set this up. So, what's happening is that it is the new sex toy shop coming to downtown Timaru. Well, the store name hasn't been decided yet. However, the range of products have been presented. And guess what? You, because you are the best speakers in town, you have been invited as the specialists to introduce, promote, showcase, do whatever you want to do, or even demonstrate how these new products work, so we can rock Timaru. And that would be the best way that we can market the club and make sure we get the name out there. And I promise you, everyone will be rushing to join our club in no time. Catherine, I found your solution.
Excellent.
Alright, okay. But, caveat, I understand the topic might be slightly uncomfortable for some people here. So, if you are uncomfortable with the topic of talking about sex toys, you have an option. You can talk about your own sexual experience instead. Now you feel a lot better about talking about sex toys, I'm sure. Okay, get ready for this new sex toy shop that's opening now. But you have some options. And I'm gonna just play them on the table so that the first one, if you be more courageous and comes up first, you actually get to choose of the product that you think it might be, or the features, or the functionality, or your own needs, or any angle is fine, alright? Okay, so use your creativity. And Graham, may I just suggest that this Amaze Must spray might be a product that you wanna have a look. It's a souvenir for your business, okay? Right. And some are charged, but some are not. So you might get lucky and it's the one that's charged. How many people have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And some items are still in the box, so feel free to open it, have a taste, or have a play. Anything you like. Okay? Some are actually tasty. I will give you a minute. Okay? So you can think about what you like to play. Or have a guess what it does. And everyone will have a go. Alright, no objection? Yeah? I'm sure. Yes. Alright. Who wants to go first?
Would you like to give us a demonstration?
Oh, okay. Well, I will do you a favor. I will give you a little bit of tips about each one of them. How about that? I'm very kind and a really good tabletoping master. Okay. And if you do well, I will let you try, well, taste, I mean, this very delicious, play, enjoy, oral sex gel. It's totally edible and originated from my home country. Okay, now let's start this. Yay! Okay, who wants to go first? Let's give an applause for Graham.
So this product is something that probably, if you're married, your husbands probably won't need it because he's already attracted a mate. But for the single guys, this is a must. And all you've got to do, must. And all you've got to do is when you go out, even when you're going to work and you go onto the bus, you just need to spray it around, spray it like hairspray. And the thing is, you just need to sit down and all the women seem to be attracted towards you. It's like the meat boner. They all get attracted. And you have a problem getting off the bus because there's so many women around you. And there are times where, because I've just had a little spray of this on my hair, that I've ended up being late for work. When you go out at night, you go drinking with your friends, they all use it now. And we just get inundated with girls and freezing workers who come along and want to be with us, want to embrace us and all sorts of things. So if you're looking for something that who's maybe not the husband, you don't want to spike up their lives because you don't want them going out being swamped with all the other girls. You want them to stay at home. But for single men, this is the best thing that's been on the market, and I'm pleased Jolene gave me the opportunity to come along here tonight and explain it to you. Jolene.
That's fantastic. Right. Courtney.
This little item right here, this is a multifunctional stick of joy. I thought that was going to be easier. Other one? Okay, sorry about this. I'm just sort of...
Oh, try to look at that.
Yeah, I might just have a box.
Smaller and smaller.
This stick, it's really good for back massages, and the shape is very sensual, and overall it's just so colourful. can we do with this thing? It's even flexible, so it's quite nice to just wrap around the back of your neck while you're sitting there watching the TV. Very, very quiet. Is it 90 seconds yet? It also has an anti-dust coating, which is very helpful.
Wow.
Fantastic. Oh, and it changes. All sorts of different vibration modes, but all sorts of pleasurable effects. Thank God I made it through that one. Who's next? This is what I'm looking forward to.
Thank you, Courtney. Oh, that's wonderful. Sally! Would you like to come on up and pick a product?
Graham, good luck with this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Play and joy is the topic of this evening. Play and joy with invisible lube. Now, we all know as ladies of certain ages, when we've had children of certain ages, and in years gone by, they've ruined your body completely. So you get to a stage in life when you reach a certain age where a little bit of help along the way might help. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about with joy and lube. It's invisible, you see. So we open the packet, there's no little box, not as interesting as Catherine. And we find pessaries. These are gorgeous, clear, so they're invisible, not like other products that are on the market that are usually gunky and gooey and yucky and cream and messy. These are beautiful, scented, I believe, scented capsules which bring joy and playfulness to your every experience. So whatever age you are, whatever experience you've had with children, having children, not having children, as you get older or younger and you just need a wee bit of help, Play and Joy is your product. They come in packs of 10, and we can do a special offer. If you want to have a special offer, you can buy 2 for the price of 1 this evening to practice your Play and Joy, because it takes a wee while to get used to how to use these things. So don't be embarrassed. Play and Joy is the name of the game. Order today, 2 for the price of 1. Contact me now on the number below. Play and Joy tonight and forevermore. Enjoy my channel tonight. That's really I'll just add that actually Sally got it perfectly. These capsules you can insert into your secret channel and like 5 minutes, that's all it takes. It will melt. Yeah, and then it will just become delicious. And yes, that's how magical it is. And all the ladies, if you want to try, I'll give you one of them to take a look. Thank you, everybody. And that was a wonderful table topics. So we can have a chat later.
好，那看完了这个情趣用品的 Toastmasters 即兴演讲，大家觉得谁是最好的销售人员呢？欢迎在影片下面留言告诉 JoJo。那希望大家也觉得这个演讲会还蛮好玩的。想要锻炼自己演讲的观众们，其实是可以去搜寻一下台湾的 Toastmasters 的演讲会的相关链接，JoJo也会放在影片的下方。好，那如果你喜欢今天的影片，别忘了订阅 JoJo 的频道哦，这样子才不会错过JoJo更多好看的影片。也欢迎你分享给你觉得会有兴趣的朋友们，让他们在这个紧张的期间也笑一笑吧。那我们都要幸福哦，啾咪。